Good news for you there in watching it. They're moving some of the deadlines in some of the different precincts. Why? Again, slow is smooth, smooth is fast, okay? This is not sophisticated stuff that's going on here, all right? We keep our election process really, really linear and really kind of old school in technology in most places. So if they need more time to count, that's a good thing. Let them take it. You know who understands this much better than I do? Our next guest, Chief Operating Officer Gabe Sterling in the Georgia Secretary of State office. Of course, that is the office that is going to handle the control and understanding and administration of the count of that election. It's good to have you, sir, especially on an important night. How goes it?
So far, so smooth, Chris. I mean, we had a really, really successful election day so far. We had average waits of about 2 minutes, and most voters were checked in less than 50 seconds. We don't know the turnout today. We know we had record-breaking turnout in early voting and absentee voting for a midterm. Over 2.5 million, 2,534,000 people already cast votes before we even started election day today. So now's the counting. And to your point earlier, we're already seeing a difference between the votes that Governor Kemp is getting and what Herschel Walker is getting. It's not big, but it's definitely there. So I think your panelists earlier were making some really good points about that.
How do you know that you're seeing a difference? Give me some context.
Well, right now, right before you came on with me here, I was looking at my phone, and Governor Kemp had about 112,000 votes, and Herschel Walker had about 96,000 votes. And you see with the Democrats, they're almost uniformly the same, except for in the Raphael Warnock seat. He's running about 10,000 votes ahead of where Stacey Abrams and the rest of their ticket is going. Now, the Republican performing best is obviously my boss, Brad Raffensperger. So we feel pretty good about that here on the political side as well.
Do you have any estimate/guesstimate of when you may know things?
Well, one of the fortunate things we had in the Election Integrity Act that was passed in 2021 is we changed the rules on early tabulation. So now early and absentee votes could be tabulated starting today. So you already see Fulton County, our largest county, has uploaded all of their numbers. They're the biggest single one so far. And we expect most of our big counties to have their early and absentees done before 8 o'clock, we're hoping. So we're not going to have these giant dumps we see late in the evening. It'll be the election day votes themselves that start kind of coming in small waves, every 10, 15, 20 minutes through the 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock hour. By 10 o'clock, we will know how many votes have been cast overall in the state.
Do you think you're going to call the governor's race and the Senate race tonight?
We don't call races, and we leave it up to y'all in the media to call races. But
I'm not calling it. I'll tell you that right now.
Governor's race known.
But do you think you'll have it all counted?
I think we'll see the governor's race. We'll have the governor's race done. Depending on how close the Senate race is, there are 3 buckets of votes that essentially stay out till Friday. And we're going to have the absentees that came in today. They'll get processed hopefully today and into tonight because we have a smaller number than we had in 2020. But there are 3 basic buckets of votes that can come through normally Friday, but that's Veterans Day, so it's going to be Monday, November the 14th. We have the provisional votes that can be verified. We have the absentee votes that can be cured by the voter, and then we have those military and overseas UACAVA ballots that if they're postmarked by today, they can be accepted by Monday. So depending on how close that Senate race is, and I don't think we're talking about the closeness of the Senate race itself, it's how close one candidate gets to be that 50% plus one number. That's what the viewers need to look for tonight.
50 plus 1, the race is over. If it isn't, those different buckets of votes become relevant, and so do your runoff rules that we'll be watching very carefully. One more thing. People are going to remember you from the last set of elections, and the pain and the emotion of what you had to deal with in that period of hardship. What has that kind of done for you in terms of where your head and heart were going into today and where you are right now?
Well, today, our office, Secretary Raffensperger, we were hopeful going in. We remain hopeful. But one of the things Secretary has called on, and he's pledged to do, is we need responsible leaders and real leaders in our nation to accept the outcome of the election, win or lose. This is the way it works. It's math. Half the candidates win, half the candidates lose. What we need is responsible grown-ups to say, I am graciously accepting the fact that my side won and not spike the football. The other side to graciously accept the fact, you know what, I lost. Next time I got to knock on a few more doors, get some better ideas, and work harder. We have to stop people denying election wins, either by voter suppression or voter fraud. Both have been proven false over and over and over again. And yes, you can hear frustration in my voice. We need grown-ups and responsible people to stand up for the institutions of this nation and understand that there are literally hundreds of thousands of your friends and neighbors who are professionals. They are Republican. They are Democrat. They run bipartisan systems. We have free and fair elections in this country, probably the freest and fairest we've ever had because of technology and rules and training. We need people to do the right thing. And the problem is the incentives have been, if I deny an election, whether you're Stacey Abrams in Georgia or Donald Trump in the presidency, you're getting to raise hundreds of millions of dollars and be a star in your party. We got to get those incentives reversed to where responsible adults are the ones that are uplifted and viewed by the American people as the people they need to have in charge of their government.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.